All right, Spirit, what does the collective need to know for their highest and greatest good? Ooh, look at this. Your higher self wants you to know something. Well, first of all, what I'm getting from this is your higher self wants you to know that they love you. They love you and they're proud of you, and you're doing a great job. This is a spirit card right off the bat, and it reminds me of the Two of Cups, where your higher self is like looking down on you, going, "Man, you're doing a really good job right now. Look at this little heart right here with the angel wings. That's awesome." Yeah, there's also someone in spirit is watching over you. This is going to resonate with some of you, not all of you, but I'm really getting that heavily, that there is someone in spirit who they just passed over, or perhaps they passed over several years ago. It could be either one, but they're smiling. They're watching over you, and they're very, very proud of you. Look at that. That is awesome. Look at all this light just kind of shooting out of her center there. It's like you found your inner light. Yeah, your higher self is very, very proud of you. Okay, what else, Spirit? Anything else? Okay. Yeah, look at this. Your higher self also wants you to be very optimistic and positive. Have that mindset, okay? If we're always negative and we're thinking negatively all the time, then guess what? Everything around us, we're going to attract negativity. So your higher self is wanting you to have this mindset, this consciousness of positivity and optimism. Yeah, and abundance. This is really reminding me of a lot of abundance here, because look at all this fruit. It's like all the seeds that you planted back then, or whenever you planted them. It's grown and grown and grown, and now this is your season. This is your this is your season. This is your season to pluck all the fruit and all the abundance from the trees. This is your reaping season. That's what I was that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, so be optimistic, be positive. That's awesome. These came out too. We've got intuition and manifestation. Another spirit card. Wow, this is awesome. Yeah, there are going to be a lot of changes coming up for you. You are, and you know, you feel this if you're very intuitive, and I'm getting that a lot of you are. You feel that this is coming. You have been manifesting and manifesting and manifesting all of these changes, and your higher self wants you to know, yeah, it's right around the corner. It's coming. And you can see this like through her little crystal ball here, or her big crystal ball. You know it's coming. You can feel it in your inner knowing. You can feel it in your consciousness. You just know that it's coming, and you're maintaining this positive attitude about it. You're like, I just know I'm going to get that job, or I just know my dreams are going to come true. I just know that relationship is right around the corner. You know, the person that's on my level, the person that God wants me to be with, that the divine wants me to be with, is right around the corner. I just know it. You have some new supportive connections coming in as well. Yeah, your soul tribe. Your soul tribe is coming in. So if you've been feeling like you're by yourself in this journey, and you've been doing all of this on your own, your people are coming. Yeah, if they're not already in your life now, they're going to be here soon, okay? People that like to do the same things that you like to do, who are on your level of consciousness, who are on your vibration. This is awesome. And they're going to be supportive of you. They're not going to be like, "Oh man, your spirituality is crazy." No, they're going to be like, "Wow, I really love talking to you because I can talk to you about my spirituality and you don't think that I'm crazy." Stuff like that. But you have reached a significant milestone. And that's what this whole thing here is, that your higher self and whoever's watching over you in spirit, and this could be a passed over loved one or also your ancestors. And I'm getting that it's more than one. It's your could be your whole line actually. You've hit this milestone where I'm getting that you have broken these generational curses. For example, like just say you I don't know, say like people in your family, like if they had a drinking problem or something, just say like your mom was an alcoholic, your grandma was an alcoholic, your great grandma was an alcoholic, but you broke that. You are not an alcoholic, or you maybe you were and but you quit drinking and it stops with you, right? And that could be anything. That could be an addiction, or it could be like codependency, or it could really be anything. But it stops with you. You stopped it. You broke that generational curse. And this is a significant milestone here. And please just take this as it resonates. This is a general collective reading. If you want a personal reading, my website is in the description below. But this is an incredible milestone. And look at this. This is a gold, you're getting a gold cup. And from this cup, this is love and admiration. And you're going to have a lot of people looking at you going, wow, I can't believe you made it through that. It's incredible that you made it through that. This is something big. This is huge. This is a lot of love, a lot of attention, a lot of admiration. Yeah, you did. And what I'm getting from this mirror here, you did so much shadow work. You really looked at yourself and said, hey, I really have to go deep and look at probably all the way back to your childhood, and really look at all of the trauma, all of the hurt, the pain, and really, really dig deep and go through all of that shadow work to get to this beautiful milestone. And you stayed optimistic through this whole thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, we all have bad days, right? I mean, not every day is sunshine, right? We have rainy days. You can't have sunshine without the rain, all that stuff, right? I mean, it's true. But you stayed optimistic. You believed that those seeds that you planted back there were going to bear fruit. You stayed optimistic that you would be able to clear all of that stuff out by doing the work, by doing your shadow work, that you could use your intuition and manifest a brand new life and bring these new supportive connections in, your soul tribe in, and spirit and your higher self and your past over loved ones and your ancestors are saying, you did it. You did it, collective. Look at this. This is incredible. Wow. Wow. So there's some sort of event. I don't know what event this is, but I mean that you could be recognized for, I don't know, like I don't know what you do. I mean, just for example, just if you're a realtor, this could be like, I don't know, you made the most sales out of anybody in this year or this quarter or whatever. Or this could be, if you're a creator or something, if you're on YouTube, maybe you get X amount of subscribers or whatever. Just put it where it fits in your story, but this is going to be an incredible milestone. That is amazing. I'm going to see what's at the bottom of the deck here. Oh, we've got family. Yeah. So some of these people, your soul tribe, they're going to feel like family. I'm not getting that this is your actual family, like your earth family or birth family. I'm getting that this is soul family. This is soul tribe. So these people that are coming into your life, you're going to feel like you've known them for lifetimes, because you have known them for lifetimes. Some of you could be having a baby. I do see a baby back here in a crib. But this could also just signify the beginning of a rebirth for you, or the beginning of your spiritual journey. Take that obviously as it resonates. But this is family for you. These people are going to feel like you've known them forever. Does that ever happen to you? Like you look at someone or you meet someone, you're like, wow, our souls connect so well and such on such a deep level that you feel like you've known them. You're like, do I know you? Did, have I ever met you before? You look so familiar. And it's really what it is that you're feeling like soul to soul, heart to heart. You're feeling that connection. Your soul remembers. That's beautiful. So your soul tribe is coming. Stay positive. Your higher self, spirit, your ancestors, they're all so, so proud of you, collective. This is beautiful. What a beautiful start. And through all of this, you have stayed loving, kind, positive. I mean, again, we all have our bad days, right? We all have our days where we want to eat chocolate and maybe we want to stay in bed, get extra sleep, or we want to binge watch something on Netflix. Like, I get it. That's fun, and that's totally fine. We need to have those days. But you knew this was coming. You knew that you were gonna hit this milestone at some point. And this has been a long journey. Up to 8 years for some of you. Yeah, 2 to 8 years, I would say. Anywhere from 2 to 8 years. Wow. Okay, Spirit, what else? I'll go ahead and welcome you all in. Welcome to Don't Tempt to Fit In. I'm Maggie, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Okay, what else do we have? Looks like you are outsmarting your enemies here. It feels like this card says something about revenge, but it feels to me that you're not seeking revenge. You're just like, I know that these people who went against me are going to get their karma. So you're not really worried about getting revenge. You know that spirit is going to just give them what they deserve. Like, you've left it up to God or the universe or spirit, whoever you resonate with. You're just like, yeah, I don't have to deal with my enemies because I know that they're going to get what they put out into the world. So we have the piano, the pram, and the knot here. So, okay, some of you are feeling lonely. Be careful not to go back to a past love just because they feel familiar. And, obviously just being alone and lonely are two different things, right? So don't be tempted to go back to a past person that's unhealthy just because they feel familiar, okay? And that's just for some of you, because I know there are some of my collective out there that are by themselves, and that's okay. They're single and self-sufficient and like doing bad all by themselves, and they're like, yeah, we're not going back to anyone from the past. And some of y'all are dating, some of you aren't, and that's cool. But spirit is encouraging you to try harder to reach your goals. And if you are with someone, if you are in a relationship right now, pay more attention to your partner in that relationship. Like, you might be so focused on yourself right now in your spiritual journey that you are neglecting your relationship. So if that part resonates, make sure that you are not neglecting your current relationship. And then we've got this knot card here. This is about entanglements and confusion and having some conflicts within yourself. So let's get a little bit more on that. What is this knot energy? Some of y'all are having a hard time here with something. What is this, Spirit? Can we get more on this, please? Yeah, it feels like some of you are kind of thinking about going back to a past person just because they seem familiar. If you do that, you're going to get yourself tied up in these knots, okay? Because if that person was taken out of your life, it was done for a reason, right? They were there to teach you a spiritual lesson, and you were taken out of there for a reason. And you're gonna, if you go back to that person just because you're lonely, or because you're confused, or you're having this conflict, this inner conflict, and you're like, I don't know what to do, you're gonna get all tied up in knots here. So let's be careful with that. What's the advice here, Spirit? What's the advice? You're going to get some unpleasant news if you try to go back. That's what the cards are saying, collective. All right. What's this turmoil? Spirit, what is this turmoil? You don't want to get back in that karmic loop. That's what this is reminding me of. Getting, like, you broke out of that karmic cycle, and if you go back, you're just going to get right back into that karmic cycle. But, you know, you're going to do what you're going to do, right? We all have free will. So, yeah, look, this is what I was just talking about. Bicycle, life spinning out of control, risky, unbalanced. Yeah, this is some unbalance here. Y'all are feeling kind of wobbly. All right, Spirit, what else can you tell us? Okay. Follow the path least traveled. Good advice is coming to you. All right, overcome worries and challenges ahead. Okay, so some of you are feeling kind of imbalanced right now, but Spirit is saying that this light, this lantern, someone's going to light the way for you. Okay, and it possibly is this reading. Today is going to give you, like, whenever you're watching this, if you are watching this, this is for you. And Spirit is saying, hey, this is going to light the way. Someone is going to light the path for you. And it's like, hey, don't do what everyone else is telling you to do, okay? Spirit wants you to take the path that is least traveled, okay? Not where everyone else is going, not doing what everyone else is doing. And, you know, don't be a follower, be a leader, okay? And yeah, and you gotta be overcoming your worries and challenges here. And yeah, follow the light, follow your intuition, follow your inner light. Sometimes we do get imbalanced, right? Sometimes we don't know what to do. We get confused. We're like, oh, well, maybe it wasn't so bad back there, and maybe they've changed and X, Y, Z. But no, Spirit's saying, listen, we understand. We understand sometimes we get a little imbalanced. We feel a little out of control, but you can restart your day at any time, right? You can restart your day at any time. Just stand there, look for the light, and change your course, change your path, and go to the path least traveled. Follow that light. All right, let's go to the tarot and get some advice from Spirit. See exactly, or get some advice on where you need to go. What I get from that is don't be taking everyone's advice. Like, I think we tend to ask our family, our friends. We tend to ask everybody, what should we do? Where should we go? What do you think I should do? Should I go back to them? Should I just stay by myself? Should I do this? Should I do that? Instead of really just taking the time to go within and trust our own intuition. Even though we've gone through all of this stuff, all of this shadow work, we've gotten through, look at this. The Temperance and the Nine of Wands. You've had so much patience And some of you are earth angels, by the way. You've had so much patience and you've gone through all of this. 9 of Wands, you've gone through all of this heartache, all of this pain. You've gone through all of these trials. And still you're looking outside of yourself for everyone else to help you. And Spirit's like, you know what to do. The training wheels are off. You know what to do now, guys. Use your intuition. You know how to manifest. I just got chills all over my body too, by the way. You're going to have new supportive connections, your soul family coming in. Keep a positive mindset. All right, Spirit. What is the advice for the collective? How can they get balanced? Advice, please. Oh, okay. Some of you need to make decisions. This is the Lovers card. Some of you are in relationships and you need to make a decision, or you're being encouraged to make a decision about a relationship, but this is also just a decision in your life. What is this decision about, Spirit? God, this is a hard decision because even I feel like I'm having a hard time shuffling, which I normally don't. This is a tough decision. It's a decision to get rid of toxicity in your life, to get rid of doing risky things. I mean, they could be so-called fun, right? Oh, that's so fun. Let's go out drinking all the time, or let's try all the daredevil stuff, but it's risky. Or even making the decision to go back to a former lover, a former ex, or whatever that is for you. That's risky. Because again, they're an ex for a reason. Okay? Yeah. 3 of Wands at the bottom. Spirit's encouraging you to keep moving forward on your journey. We want to go forward. We don't want to go backwards. So time to get the toxicity out of your life, collective, as much as you can. Some cleansing is needed here. Spiritual cleansing, however it is that you do that. And this could really be also be a person. So those of you that are in relationships right now that are not healthy. And again, like I'm having a hard time shuffling, which I normally don't, and it just feels like it almost feels like my cards are like kind of sticking together, but they're not. It just feels like it's so hard. It's so hard to shuffle. So I know that this, for some of you, this is a really hard decision. So it feels like some of you are having or being encouraged to or having to decide to break up with someone that you really care about, but it's not a healthy relationship. And it's someone that you think about as family, or that you have kids with for some of you. And it's really difficult to make this decision. But if it's not a healthy relationship and it's not going to move you forward, if it's not going to move you forward on your journey, the Fool, if it's not going to move you forward on your journey, and it just keeps you confused, then you're not confused though. The Seven of Cups is reversed. You're not confused about this decision. You know that you have to let this go in order to move forward on your new journey. The Fool. Yeah. Whatever this decision is going to take confidence. It's going to take confidence from you. You're going to have to step up and be like, hey, I have to make this decision for me, for my healing, for my future, for my journey. Okay, what else, Spirit? Someone could be trying to manipulate you, saying, well, that's selfish of you to just like put yourself first and all that kind of stuff, but it's not selfish to put yourself first. It's not. What else, Spirit? Yeah, this is definitely a relationship. This is the Two of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Some of you could be in this relationship or marriage or whatever this is, and it's a hard decision because you have a family together, you have finances together, you could have a house and cars, and like everything is tied together. So that's why this could be a very hard decision. But staying with someone out of convenience is, and it's not healthy. It's not, it's not healthy. You're going to have to weigh. I see why this is a hard decision, right? But you're going to have to make the decision for you, collective. Do you want to stay in something that is not good for you because you have money and everything tied together? Or do you want to start your new journey with the Fool and be healthy by yourself? That's what I'm getting here. You're not confused. You're not confused. You know what you are being encouraged to do, to let go. This person is making you unbalanced. Okay, Spirit, can we just get a couple more? And then we'll get a Oracle card and close it out. Two of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. You can do this on your own. You might be worried that you can't, but you can. Wow. These cards are so hard to shuffle right now. It's just such a hard decision. But once you start putting yourself first, the decision becomes a lot easier. Okay. Yeah, some of you are not using your intuition right now. You need to use your intuition. Go within. Also, there are things you don't know about that other person. Okay, there are secrets you don't know, but Spirit wants you to end this. And also start using your intuition. Okay? You're going to be a lot happier. Yeah. Three of Cups. There could also be a third party, but I'm not going to even go there. because that's not what this reading is about. Yeah. So right now, some of you, your intuition is blocked. You've got to unblock that. After you make this decision, things are going to be a lot better for you. You're going to be more balanced. You're going to be healthier. Your intuition is going to get unblocked. Of course, we have to say this is for entertainment purposes only, so please don't make serious decisions based on a tarot reading. Reach out to your practitioners and so forth before you make any decision. Doctors, therapists, legal, all that good stuff. But this is the advice from Spirit. Let's get a oracle card and then we'll close it out. There are secrets though that you don't know about. Okay. Man. People live double lives and stuff. I'm not saying that's the case here, but in my experience, sometimes you don't really know who you're married to until after you get divorced. Okay. All right, Spirit, what's the advice for my beautiful collective? Okay, we've got the Witch's Castle and the Scarecrow's Brain. So this says it's time to face your conflicts or enemies directly. Confront what has been holding you back. Okay, yeah. So this kind of goes along with what we've been talking about here. It's you gotta face this head on. This decision's been holding you back. However, this is resonating for you, collective. It's time to face it head on because it is holding you back. Once you face this whatever this conflict is, whatever this decision is, you're going to have a breakthrough. And this is the Scarecrow's Brain. Overthinking or self-doubt may be blocking your progress. Trust your wisdom. Trust your intuition. Yes. Overthinking, oh man, it's confusing the crap out of you. Stop overthinking. Trust your intuition, your wisdom, your inner light. Yeah. Get out of your head and start trusting what you've been through, the lessons that you've learned. Yeah, your intuition. And this is another 8 here. 88 is significant. Okay. All right, collective, that is your message. I hope that it was helpful. This is pyrite. This is like a huge piece of pyrite. It's so pretty. I love it. Isn't that nice? Pyrite's good for manifesting abundance. All right, collective, this was your message. I do hope that it was helpful. Remember, don't dim to fit in, shine bright, and live true. And I will see you in the next video.